I have a confession to make. My first ever Resident Evil game that I actually sat my black ass 100% through and paid attention to damn near every single detail and rewatched the gameplay multiple times was Resident Evil 7. I know. I completely missed out on the older ones. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm a newbie. Shut up. I got into the game. They said they was revitalizing it with some more horror stuff and it was a brand new protagonist. Get off my dick. Anyways, with Resident Evil 7, I got to talk about the main character, Ethan Winters. And I'm actually doing that because I talked about Leon Kennedy and how mad I would be if I was him in Resident Evil 4. And a lot of y'all tend to actually fuck with that video. I don't know why. I was just yapping and shit. It just random ass idea, but okay, I'll talk about it again. So let's go. Ethan Winters. Why? I would be mad. Let me, before I start slandering this nigga, let me just say why I would be mad if I was him. Okay. So this man has lost his wife, right? Just a random day. His wife just completely disappeared for over 3 years, right? I would be mad as hell right then and there. Because in my mind, I'm thinking that she ghosted me and now she left me to go get with a BBC. You know what I'm saying? I can't compete. And especially if I'm Ethan Winters, we know this nigga ugly. They haven't shown this nigga face. Dick got to be small and everything. You know what I'm saying? If he was actually good looking, they probably would have showed off Johnny Sins or Ryan Reynolds or some shit. And maybe he had an Easter egg where he slammed that shit on the table. You know, Capcom got some freakiness in their company. But yeah, we end up seeing, we don't even see the back of this nigga head. And actually, yes, we do. We do see the back of his head when he's like knocked out in one cutscene. But other than that, we don't see his face. And you have to get like a mod to see his face in Resident Evil 8. Stupid. Anyways, so you lose your wife for over 3 years. In that 3-year time span, you don't know what's going on. My dumb ass, I'd be overthinking and just assuming the absolute worst. And I'd be mad as hell, right? But imagine then you get an email randomly from your wife one day saying, don't come find me, right? And the location is somewhere in Louisiana. You pull up to this spot and it's just this creepy ass fucking mansion with a whole bunch of just forest around it. Red flag right there. I'd be mad as hell. Why the fuck my girl here? Okay. You go in that bitch. You open the door. You don't close it behind you, mind you. You go in there. The door slams shut. Pitch black. Dark as fuck. Darker than me and my hair combined, my nigga. So now it's just, oh, what? Who's there? Panicking. I'd be scared. I'd be terrified because no way that I probably just got scammed. You know what I'm saying? My car is outside of the mansion. A nigga could come take that shit, selling on a car dealership, get like 15K. Nah, you probably gonna get like 6K, bro. You seen that nigga car? That nigga car is doo-doo dick water. Oh my God. Ethan's car is bullshit. So you go in there. You finally do find your wife after going through a whole bunch of creepy, scary ass doors and hallways and stuff. Then when you do find your wife, she starts crashing out. And not like she's like bitching at you or nothing, right? You find her and then she starts, you know, acting like she's on the exorcism. You know, she hasn't taken her drugs or something yet. And she's tweaking, veins popping out. Grayness, got that goop juice going through her vein, like no. So then, you know, you go look for your wife again. You find your wife, or you go down the stairs to find your wife. You see your wife climbing up to you. Next thing you know, this bitch speed run up to your ass, motherfucking, I don't even know, Ray Rice throw your bitch ass through the motherfucking door. So now you fly all the way 10 feet back, slam your ass back into the wall, and now you just got chronic back pain, bro. Hell nah. So now you know that your wife that's been gone for 3 years is now possessed by whatever the fuck she's possessed by, right? So then you like, all right, I know why my wife is gone, and you try to get up out of there. As you try to get up out of there, your wife catch you again. She catch up to you, grabs your motherfucking hand, pushes that hoe to the wall, grabs the screwdriver, stabs that motherfucker through there, and now you you're trying to escape all your might. You finally do escape. But by the time you escape, your wife got a chainsaw and she's about to slash you in half, but you got to use the same hand that you just pulled out the wall to fucking block that shit. And now, boom, you left handless, my nigga. You gotta watch the hub with one hand, and you can't even beat your shit. You just gotta think now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about how good it would feel on your tip just to get one off. Either that, or you gotta set your phone down and make sure you got a good video so you can just one-handed, right? So then, okay, now all your morals is out the window. Fuck saving your wife. Fuck whatever this place is. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So you find a gun. Awesome. You find bullets for it. Awesome. You shoot your wife. You kill your wife. Very traumatic experience, right? And then your wife is not dead yet. She's not. She's over here tanking bullets. She's pop pink. No, nigga. Pop pink. No, nigga. Pop pink. No, nigga. So you do all that. Nothing is working. At that point, I would have saved the last chamber for myself. I'm gonna be real. But as you finally make her pass out, you thinking, okay, I can escape. Just for some bald head ass, 50-year-old ass unk to turn your ass around and nigga, one shot your ass. Just hit you with the meanest right hook you've ever seen. Okay? So now, for the people that don't know, by the way, I'm explaining literally everything that's going on with Ethan Winters in the first like 20 minutes of Resident Evil 7. It's the first like 20 minutes. I swear to God. So after Ethan, he gets knocked out by this fat nigga out of nowhere. He wakes up to see that his hand is finally back. Yes. Woo. Awesome. Yeah. But the only problem with that is now you're here stuck with this weird ass family. So you got this grandma who is too damn old to even be here. This bitch looked like she about to turn to dust any damn second. She coughed one time, disappeared like it's the goddamn Avengers Endgame. You got the mom over here who, oh my God, is beyond disgusting. We're gonna get into her later. I don't even remember her name. It's like Marguerite, Marquise. Fuck it. I don't remember her name, but we're just gonna call her mom. You got the son, Lucas, over here, who is just this tweaking ass young boy that just gets pleasure off of killing people. And then you got the father, Jack Baker, over here, just, you know, talking to you like you're his bitch. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody here is just terrifying. The smell here, got to smell like hot cans of bounce that ass. Everybody stank. The food on the table doesn't even look like food. It looked like straight, I don't even know, just nigga shit, the bull intestines. It looked like if a yeast infection mixed with the diabetic cervix had a baby together and somehow spat out some boo-boo drip and caca express. It's that bad. It's that bad. Like poop looks better than this food. So not only do you have this horrible sight in front of you now, okay, Ethan then gets force-fed this bullshit. They pick up this green-ass, nasty-ass squid liver thing, and they put it in Ethan's mouth and like shove it down his throat. So now he's throwing up and stuff. And then Jack is like, oh, you didn't like that food? You didn't like that food? Nigga, grab the knife and start doing surgery on Ethan's face, right? So all this happens. Mind you, this is the first game and damn near like the first chapter. Holy crap. I don't know how I'm going to wrap this up in like 10 more minutes. But all that happens. And then, yeah, they leave Ethan there. Everybody leaves the kitchen room. So now Ethan, within being there in a very short period of time, has to break out of this chair, which he does. And he has to go around the house and try and find clues how to get the hell up out of here. Now, I don't know why in the hell Ethan was trying to be so like stealth-like and not try and jump through any windows. I know that a lot of them was barricaded, but later feats that we see of Ethan, this man was clearly strong enough. He could have just ran through the fucking wall. He literally could have. So he didn't do that. And while he's sneaking around this house, you got Jack Baker constantly popping out the woodwork, grabbing this nigga bussy, turning him around, smacking him, slapping him, spitting on him, cutting off his limbs again. Ethan got his limbs cut off so many times that like you would think he's a Lego character with how many times he was getting put back together. I swear on everything I love, right? Like literally Jack cut off this man's ankle and put like the bottle of this weird ass nut, put it in front of him, right? It was like, come on, come and get it. I know you can get it. He grabs the bottle, still has his ankle in his hand, right? Somehow knows what the hell to do. He puts the ankle back onto like the severed tendon and then pours the goop juice around it and it heals him. And he's fine. Now that off the rip should have let Ethan know that either this juice came from like God's saliva or something, or something about me is not human. I can't be human because what is this, right? Which is going to lead into a future point. So then, oh my God, this nigga life is terrible. So then Ethan finally finds a lot of the clues around the house that he needs to find, correct? Okay, cool. Then he goes to a window. He finds a cop. Cool. Yes, it's a black cop. Yes. Oh my God. Black people in horror movies have common sense. Black people have common sense. We see some scary shit. We know to get the fuck out of there. Okay. Unfortunately, though, this black man had to be raised by nothing but Caucasians. I'm gonna be real with you because this nigga was moving dumber than I don't even know. I don't even know what to compare it to. That's how stupid he was moving. So he gives Ethan this knife because obviously he's not going to give him another gun, right? He gives him this knife to protect himself because he doesn't know that Ethan is like one of the only, literally one of the only sane people in this house besides Zoe, which we're going to get into later. So Ethan, he goes around this house. He has to find more clues because this house is big as shit, dude. He goes around, finally finds what he needs, comes back to the garage, cuts that bitch open because that's where the cop tells him to meet him at. So he goes to the garage, opens that hoe up, and he gets there. The cop is standing in the garage. The garage door is up. The freedom is right there. Ethan is like, bro, we gotta go. We gotta get the fuck out of here right now. That is like the first words that Ethan says. We have to go right now. Mind you, when Ethan found this cop at the window, he was telling him straight up, there's people inside of here trying to kill me. Please help, right? So why the fuck, when you come face to face with this victim that you see, Mr. Officer bitch, why when you see him, instead of being like, okay, hold on, let's go over here to at least this an area or something, or just go to a whole different place, you're like, no, before we go, you're gonna answer some questions in the same vicinity as these crazy niggas is at. What are you talking about? What? Ethan is literally telling them, bro, you have to get us out of here. There is crazy people. They're going to try and cut off our bussies. Please, dude. Like, I don't know why Ethan didn't show. I literally would have showed him my hand. My hand got cut off and they severed it back together to torture me. Why didn't he say that? I don't fucking know, right? So then, after Ethan is begging and pleading, this damn stupid ass officer, can we please leave? Oh my God. The officer is still like, no, hold on, calm down. Calm your bitch ass down. I'm the authority here, okay? Then he notices behind him, the garage start closing. So he's literally telling Ethan, open that garage. Nigga, I didn't, I'm right in front of you. I didn't move. You're blaming me for the garage closing what are you talking? How did you even get in the garage? Let's talk about that. That's what Ethan should ask. How the fuck did you get in the garage? Right? You had me open the garage and do all these puzzles in the house, and you're already in here. That doesn't even make any sense. Anyways, so like I said, he turns around and he sees that the garage door is closing. Okay. Then when he sees the garage door closing, he turns back and he's telling Ethan, yo, open that shit up again. Open that shit up. And Ethan sees Jack come out the woodwork to try and like get this cop. And Ethan's telling him like, yo, watch out, watch out, watch out. Like RKO. There's a guy right behind you, dude. There's a guy right behind you. And he is still telling Ethan to shut up, pretty much. You do what I say, blah, 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 sink. And then he gets his fucking head cut off like an idiot. That whole thing could have been prevented or at least postponed to like a different location in a different time. But this cop decided to be so unbearably stupid. It got him packed up. It got him backed up. Now, I feel bad for the cop because he's not getting a funeral. Because if I'm related to him, I'd be like, rest in peace, dude. But I'm not coming to this house to find your body and put you in a casket. No, I'm sorry, man. Hey, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I don't know what's gonna happen to you. So then, okay, now Ethan has to fight Jack, who not only is damn near fireproof, but also takes the car in the garage and starts trying to mow Ethan down with it. He has this big shovel and he's like smacking Ethan with it. Ethan's just, just getting smacked all over the place. Like, dude, his face, you know how Patrick looks when he's like stupid and it's like his eyes up here and the other eyes down here and he has this like spit falling out his mouth. That's how Ethan had to look. He was getting brutalized, dude. So he finally ends up beating Jack. And so now, not only has Ethan basically killed his wife in front of his own eyes, he sees his family that's cutting off body parts. So that he's seeing these Dexter Morgan ass tactics. He just seen that officer get killed in front of him. So that's 3 people already, or multiple people he's already seen get killed. And now Jack takes the gun and makes Ethan shoot him with it, right? So that's 4 people. Ethan now thinks he just killed another dude. He doesn't know what's going on. Like, dude, it's crazy. And now Ethan can't escape out of this house, or at least not too far, because 1, the car is completely exploded now, so that's fun. And then 2, the garage is closed, so now he needs to go reset more power. So he goes around the house more. He ends up going around the house more. And then, dude, the dad, Jack Baker, comes back up out of nowhere and it's just constantly stalking him for the rest of the game. Jack is on this man like flies to hot shit. Just come here, nigga. I'm taking your butt. Your butt is mine, nigga. Your butt is mine. And just popping through walls like the damn Kool-Aid man. And every 10 seconds is damn near a boss fight. So now Ethan has to fight him with a chainsaw. Ethan has to fight him with all these other guns. Mind you, it is good that Ethan is finding other guns because it is a Resident Evil game at the end of the day. But like, dang, man. So we're going to come back to Jack, right? So now we see, what's it called? The mom, right? Ethan has to fight this mom, I think she only has like 1 boss fight, but this mom is so nasty. Remember how when I was talking about her at the dinner table? Dude, I kid you not. The mom is so nasty, and I don't know why Capcom decided to do this, but they made her goddamn pussy juice, right? I swear to God, they made her pussy just spread open and turn into like this zombie monster. And she grows like 9 feet tall, so she's crawling all over the place. V-lips just completely busted out the drawers at this point, leaking all types of nuclear toxins. If this touches you, you might as well just chop off that body part. And she's just moving like an insect all over the place. And she's spawning like mosquitoes or something. She's spawning spiders on the wall. It's just like, it's my worst nightmare. And the only thing I would have made that more scary is if she just spawned in snakes. It is bad. So Ethan has to suffer through getting just nasty squirt going on in his face. And pretty much some of it is acidic as well. And he has to burn this girl alive. So he has a whole like 10-minute fight with that, gets her out the way. And then we pretty much don't see nothing from the mom ever again. So that's cool. Then while doing that, Ethan learns the truth. Okay, what happened to Mia, which is his wife? He finds out his wife ended up lying to him about this operation that she was on, and that led to her being kidnapped by this family, which could have been prevented, or at least maybe like a different outcome if he would have just kept it, or she would have just kept it a stack with Ethan. So not only did this girl just lie to you, right? In your eyes, before any of this happened, you pretty much got ghosted for no reason, or just completely out of nowhere. And now that same person that ghosted you is telling you to come find her. I've been, oh, what? You, I'd be pissed off. So, but we find out more stuff, more secrets about what happened. And we find out that the family isn't just like tweakers. They're all getting possessed by this girl named Evelyn, which is this stupid ass girl who genuinely wants to take out pretty much everybody because she wants a family. Bitch, if you wanted a family that bad, take your ass to the orphanage. What do you got to treat us like this for? She is murking everybody. You know what I mean? She's Debo out in these streets. You disagree with her? Uppercut. You say anything against her? Uppercut. You look at her the wrong way and say she can't have her treats? Headlock. And then an uppercut. You know what I mean? So we find out the secret of that. Until we get to Lucas. We get to Lucas and we find out Lucas, he's just insane. This man has just been insane from the jump. So not Ethan, my bad. Lucas, he has this fixation of having guests come to their houses and like play these jigsaw ass games. So like, there's pretty much no way to win. It's pretty much he decides who dies at first. You know what I mean? So he has this one game set up for Clancy, this just random dude who came to the house that was shooting this TV show with him and two other partners. He had them go through this whole thing in this room and do a puzzle, and the puzzle ended up killing him. Then he had these other two members. They had to play this card game, this deadly card game. I don't know what it's called, but I'm just going to call it blackjack. They had to play blackjack. The loser gets his face just completely sawed in with these knives and stuff. And then he just turns some of the victims into the monsters. You can go down to the basement in that game and you can see the list of all the people he's turned into these Resident Evil monsters, right? So, boom. You find out all this. Lucas has Ethan going through all these trials and experiments too. It sucks. 1 minute he's getting blown up. Next minute he's getting smacked in the face. Other minute he's getting blown up again. It's like, God damn, dude. Can I get a break, please? I haven't eaten in like 12 hours. So he handles the stuff with Lucas. He handles the stuff with Lucas. And he has the help of this girl named Zoe. Zoe is the only member of this family that is still sane. Zoe has been guiding this man through the house, been giving him clues and everything. And yeah, so he goes, after he beats Lucas, he goes to rescue Zoe. Yes! Who's there with Zoe? Mia! Yay! He can heal both of them because he finds out that there's a cure to this stupid virus. So he goes in, and right before he's about to deliver the virus or the cure to both of these girls, Jack comes back as this super omega sludge villain. He looked like, damn, y'all not gonna understand it, but Ebon from Static Shock when he fused with Hot Streak. That's such an old show, so I know I'm unk, but like, I don't know. He looked like a xenomorph times 1 billion on crack. It was bad. Tentacles everywhere, eyeballs everywhere. Ugh, nigga. So now Ethan again has to fight Jack. He has to shoot him in all of his eyes. He's getting punctured through his arms and legs. He's getting completely skewered again, right? constantly going through injuries, having to pour goop juice on himself. And then on top of that, right? So right before he's about to kill Jack, he has no other option, right? Just like how Yuji was fighting that one special grade at a school or just a regular grade, and he had to eat Sukino's finger because it was the only option. Ethan had the one option to stick one of the cures into Jack, pretty much killing him for that time being. I just spit on the camera. That was fucking disgusting. So he does that, and now there's only one person, right? There's only one person that he can give the cure to. Wow. Awesome. Dope. Fucking sick. We did all this work to cure these two people, and now you can only choose to cure one. My luck is awesome, right? So now, and damn, it's already 25 minutes. I'm gonna save part 2 for tomorrow while I talk about Resident Evil 8. So now Ethan has to inject this cure into either Zoe or Mia, and the canon choice, obviously he chooses Mia because that's his wife, right? Me being a real nigga, I would have chose Zoe. Zoe ain't lied to me. Zoe been keeping it real. Zoe's been helping me out through this whole shit. She no. She keeping it straight to me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't cutting no corners with it. No swoop doop the sloop doop. Mia over here playing tic-tac-toe, 4-stack blackjack, knick-knack paddywhack with me. You lying bitch. What? This is a life or death situation. It's not about you anymore, girl. It's me too. You know what I'm saying? And if I got to choose either me or you, it's you dying. I'm living. I'm out of here. Right? Anyways, he ends up choosing Mia, and he's thinking that he's going to escape. So he tells Zoe, like, look, I don't want to be like an asshole. So I promise I'm going to go get help, and I'm going to send it here on God. Zoe's like, whatever, bro. Sure. I'll just stay here suffering. I'll probably be dead before you come back. Right? So filled with guilt now, Ethan is taking Mia back to safety because he has this random boat just on the pier. And as he's doing that, boom, he gets stopped by some more mold creatures, and it's Evelyn. Oh my God, I can't catch a break. Are we dead ass? Right? So now he's unconscious. While he's unconscious, Mia does her thing, blah, 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 blah. We find out more information in the game, whatever. Move to the side. I don't care about Mia at all. So Ethan finally wakes up. And as he wakes, I thought I heard a sound. It's just this tag on the back of my chair. I got so scared for a second. So now Ethan wakes up, and again, he has to explore more. He has to go more places. But thankfully, it's towards the end of the game, right? So now he figures out that Evelyn is the cause of everything. He's in this trance, I would try to say, this trance or whatever, that he meets the whole family. He meets Jack. He meets Lucas. He meets Marguerite. What is her name? The mom. He sees Zoe, and Jack is telling him, and it's like a super heartfelt scene too. It's like, bro, I promise you my family was not like this before. We just seen this little girl in our front yard, and she looked like she needed help. We took her in, and then all of a sudden it went to hell from there. And he's like begging Ethan. He's like, dude, please free my family. And it's super sad, right? So now, if I'm Ethan, I'm getting more mad because it's like, fuck. You know, if I see anyone from this family, they're getting boomed immediately. I'm not asking questions. I'm shooting first and asking never. Now I have to think like, damn it. Am I really going to be cool with technically, not helping out these innocent people? Mostly this innocent, like I said, Lucas has been insane, but everybody else has been just like, they're nice people. They're actually good people. So now Ethan is like, damn it. I got to keep this promise now. So he's like, all right, when I find Evelyn, I'm going to kill her. So we finally fast forward to basically the end of the game. He ends up finding Evelyn. Wow. Evelyn is screaming her lungs off. Sending shock waves to Ethan and stuff. And he's just like, bitch, your breath stink. Shut up. And he gets closer to her, and he injects her with, I guess, the cure as well. So now he's like, okay, there's a hole that blows through the house, and Evelyn ends up transforming because, you know, why not? You can't have one problem with without throwing in another. So Evelyn transforms now, and I know I'm skipping over a lot of shit, but I want to speed through everything. Evelyn transforms into this goopy monster, and just like Jack, now he has to spend an extra 10 minutes shooting this girl. He's being hung up upside down from like 70 feet in the air, and what's it called? He's about to get killed. Like, Ethan is about to get clapped up. So now Ethan pretty much about to accept his defeat. The corporation, I forgot what it's called. We're just going to call it the Cold Corporation. I don't know why I just apologized to my mic. What is wrong with me? The Cold Ass Corporation shows up and throws in like this pistol, this James Bond ass gun for Ethan. Ethan gets it, pops Evelyn. Evelyn is dead, right? And now all of these like military dudes start popping out the woodwork. This whole night was radio silent. And now niggas want to start coming out the ass. Pause. Every single one of y'all getting sued. I'm making sure y'all credit scores go down 400 a piece. 400 a month, damn it. So the war pretty much is over now, right? And the dude that steps out the military, that is the leader, it's Chris Redfield. It is Chris Redfield, the same nigga that punched a boulder for the fuck of it. Punched and stopped the boulder. Ethan asked him, what took you guys so long? Nah, bruh. Crazy. I would have asked more. I would have been so mad, bro. I don't care. They all probably would have got shot. Because what do you mean? I spent like 15 straight hours in this house fighting for my life over and over and over and over again. And none of you niggas showed up until now. I'm going to bomb this entire state. I literally would have told Ethan, or if I was Ethan, I would have told him that. Like, I'm sorry, all of y'all gotta go. No, unless y'all can give me the Men in Black machine where I can just forget my memories, everybody's getting packed up here because what the hell, right? So boom, Chris comes in, rescues Ethan, I guess, takes Ethan and takes Mia. Now they're back to safety. And then in the DOC, we see that Zoe, she gets rescued by, what's it called? Her grandpa, who just, oh my God, I could glaze him. The left-right king of Resident Evil. I can't think of his name. I'm just calling him Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker, the left-right king. I might make a video on him too. Holy crap. Anyways, so yeah, Zoe gets rescued and Ethan keeps his promise. He sent help for her. She got rescued and now she's cured for all we know. And she's in safety. So that's everything that goes on in Resident Evil 7, right? Besides the Chris Redfield stuff, but this video ain't about him. So my complaints, since now I was on Ethan's side for most of this video. Now I gotta get on him for a second. Ethan, why in the absolute goddamn fuck would you pull up to this mysterious ass place in the middle of nowhere by yourself and no weapon? Because remember, that gun that he got at first to shoot Mia, that wasn't his gun. That was not his gun. He did not have nothing. This man had on a collared shirt, some church shoes, and some khaki pants or some blue jeans or whatever. This man was dressed like he was getting ready for a job interview. He should have been strapped up more than a lesbian getting ready to get down on a girl. You know what I mean? So he didn't call nobody. And I lied. He did call somebody. He called his friend and he told his friend that, like, I got some news on Mia. He did that while he was driving to Mia, right? Your wife was gone. Your wife went missing. As soon as you got an email from her, you should have called the authorities or at least like a group of your friends and told them this. You shouldn't have just called one person and then dipped out, especially with no weapon. What? Are you stupid? So he does that, right? And I think Ethan has got to be one of the dumbest protagonists for that. I genuinely think that was beyond stupid, right? Because I'm not going to say this whole thing could have been preventable, but like a good chunk of it probably could have been prevented. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have had to do all this by yourself if you would have just let others know. Something could have changed. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So that all happens. I felt like I had something else I wanted to clown Ethan with too, but I can't think of it right now. So yeah, I'd be mad as hell if I was Ethan Winters and Resident Evil 7. This man went through too much bullshit, too much limb losing, too much battle scars for complete mid milk. Mia is completely mid. Now, if it was a girl for like, oh my God, if that girl was like Jury Han, oh my God, I would have told her she could take my limbs. What? It would have been a pleasure to get nailed to that staircase if it was her. But Mia? Nah, nigga. You putting your life on the line for a 5 out of 10. Yeah, good luck, buddy. So, I don't know, but yeah, I'm glad he made it out of that. Resident Evil 8 tomorrow. Yeah, it sucks.